So today we're tackling the headlights on the Navara. They're renowned for being absolutely garbage. So I bought a Morimoto projector kit and we're going to retrofit them in. I'm halfway through it at the moment. I've pretty much done one side, so we'll get into the next one and I'll show you how to do it. And I've bitten off way more than I can chew. The blue painter's tape I've put on the roller door here. This one's basically outlining where the headlights line currently is on the factory setup. So what you do is you mark your little outers and inners, and when the headlights go back in, you can adjust your headlights to suit so you don't blind everyone. Okay, so the headlight's loose, so you've got your 1, 2, there's one about there that lines up with there, 3, and there's one about here, 4. So as you can see now, it's all free and loose. So basically you come in here, and there's one just here as well. So we'll get our, that one there. Just correct that. So my apologies, 5 in total, even though I've already got one out, I should know. Down here. Come on. Next is the horn. Anyone have any complaints about the Navara horn? They're really shitty, aren't they? Whoop. Okay, so now you can see we're all loose and all floating. So now it's just a matter of peeling your bar, getting it over the lip there, and popping it out just in the corner here. Now I'm good, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to do it on camera because you need 2 hands. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so headlights out. So as you can see, the bumper doesn't need to be taken off no matter what anyone else tells you. If you're clever enough, you'll be able to get it out. So I've left all the wiring in there. We'll come back to the later stage, but let's throw this one in the oven and split the glass. Okay, so you can see here that just inside the bowl, it's very hard with the reflective, but there's a couple of little tabs that you need to pull back. As you can see, I'm starting from where it's already split. I've had a bit of a mishap, but we'll fix that one up a bit later on. That obviously the trim is bolted onto the glass on this side of it, so you can split that and then get to this stage here. There's plenty of videos on the internet on how to split headlights, so I'm going to leave that for you to just do a quick Google beforehand or YouTube beforehand, and let's get into it. Alright, so unfortunately as I pulled the headlight bowl out of the headlight assembly, I snapped that one, so that's currently gluing up and drying. Basically, come around the back here, excuse the dog, I've just got to pull out those Torx T9 screws just out of here. So once you've got that one out, the screw popped out, that simply comes out like that. Mate, don't forget to do the other side here. Get the retaining clip down. Just like that. You might have seen I put a post on the D40 page. That H4 layout isn't dead square, so unfortunately it's got to go. So what you can do here is just trim that down, make that completely flush, and then what we do is we screw the projector onto the back of that. flattened and cut the back off. Just do it as to how you see fit. I mean, I did it basically down to the millimeter, which I'm a little bit OCD like that. But this here in the back, that needs to come out. So I had cut that previously just to show that that's where that sits. What I'm doing on my one is I've got halo lights, halo rings I should say, around the projector. So I'm using this hole, that one there, the little one, to mount the wiring through. So I'll just drill that out. We'll go inside. So the next thing to go through is get your angel eyes onto here. I've already done one of these before, so I've worked out already that just on this lip here, right on the lip, that's what this little section here is best to go on. So it'll sit completely flush around the ring. So we'll cut that out now, and then we'll glue this one down and let it all set overnight. So now we've got the halo ring sitting flush on the projector shroud. So now we'll go inside and we'll throw it all together. Okay, so now you can see we've got it all back together. Just got to slot it in the hole there and run the cables and everything through the lower mount there. Okay, so what we do here is you crank it tight with this handy little tool, and then once you've pushed it through into the back of the housing, crank that shut with your washer that's on there as well. And then this is what holds the globe in. So your wires are in the bottom, and then just crank that shut, and then you've got yourself retrofitted projector headlights. So from this point what we need to do is still wait for this one here to dry. It's still a little tacky. It's only been a couple of hours, even though I said it was going to be overnight, but it's all fitted. Looks actually really good, even though that's not really square. So we'll, oh yes it is. No, we'll have another go at that. So I'll square that one up, and we'll get these put back into the housings. And there we have it. So just time to seal it back up again. Unfortunately I've got one other one that's damaged, so I just need to fix something on that quickly. I'll do that over the next day or two, and then we'll get it into the car. I actually think that's come up really nicely. So we'll get that into the car. We'll fit up all the other bits and bobs I've got in here, which are wiring kits and what have you for some bright lights. So yeah, there you are. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with sealing this back up. It's just basically siliconed, and I've put a layer of tape over the top just to make it look nice and presentable. So let's go get this one into the car. Just before we do, I've just forgotten, you do need to seal along here, and the reason that you seal that along there is so that it doesn't rub loose and the projector shift in the housing. So we'll just throw a blob of epoxy across there and we're good to go. So we're at the car. With the power of the video, we're able to show our markings. Markings are on point and it's in. So I've got to tidy up the wiring. We'll come back to this shortly, but that is a great result. One side's in, that's why the other side here is dark. So we'll get this one sorted and we'll flick it all in. Alright, so we're done. That's the cutoff effect. I need to align them. They were on the markers, but I still think they need a small adjustment down. Last thing we want to do is blind the world. Good thing about these Navaras, you can pull the beams down. So if we pull them all the way down to the bottom, that's actually not too bad. High beams, low beams. I am really happy with this. The right side needs to come up just a little bit, I think, but if we lift it just to there, that's actually not too bad. So the spread's actually really good, guys. Big shout out to the Morimoto guys. Really love these ballasts and 50 watt hybrid HIDs. Thanks again for watching.